Okay, this is page 4 for the Unit 5 test review. This is the last page in your test, and remember, the whole test is just like this review. And if you notice, this layout of this last page is just like the notes that we took in class. So if I go to the calendar, so if you guys remember, you can go to the calendar, it's in Google Classroom, open it up, and if you find, this is from 5.8, solving systems of equation using all three ways. So I can click here, open that up, and that will actually show me what the notes were for that day. And it was this page, with the title Solving Systems Using All Three Ways. And if I scroll down, there's the same page. So you can follow along. Again, you always want to try this out before you actually watch the video. See if you can try it yourself. And then if you're stuck, then use the video to help you move to the next step. Okay? Alright, so let's begin. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create equations for Madison and for Emma. Okay? So in this situation, Madison noticed that her cactus plant is growing at a rate of 3 centimeters every month. Okay, so let's bring out our highlighter again. So we can figure out what is the slope, what is the starting point or y-intercept. Okay, so this first one says 3 centimeters every month. Okay, key word here, every. Okay, we know this is slope. Usually a lot of these sentences start with the starting point, but this time we're starting with the slope. And another key word is rate. Rate is another actual word for slope. Okay, so that's going to be our first number. Okay, that's our B. And it says, and it is already 21 centimeters tall. Already is a key word there, because already means right now, at this point, it's 21 centimeters tall. Okay, so for the first equation for for Madison, is the slope is 3. Remember, y equals mx plus b. The pink is our m, the blue is our b. So 3x plus 21. Okay, then we go to the next sentence. Her friend Emma also has a 25 centimeter cactus plant. Okay, so that the key word there is has 25 centimeters. This time the starting point is first in this sentence, so it's actually switched. And then it says growing 2 centimeters every month. Again, here's that key word, every month, growing. So that means this number is our slope. So that one's going to go first. So 2 goes first, x, then plus 25. Okay? So now, that's all you have to do for this first part. So now what we need to do here is figure out where their plants will be the same. So they both have this cactus plant, and we want to know when will their cactus be the same height. Okay, well the first column, remember this is our x, this is our y, and remember to figure out what I put here to represent x, I go to the slope, and remember the word after every or per or each, that's going to tell us our x, so it's months, and the one that's before is our y, and that's centimeters, or the height. You could actually just write height. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write height, because that's how tall it is, and then I'll put parentheses centimeters, because that's what we're measuring it. And remember, it'll be the same down here for Emma's plant. Okay? Now when we start with time, we always start at 0. Remember that. We'll always start at 0 on the x column. Okay, and then it's going every month, so every 1 month, so it's going by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now the starting point for Madison's plant is 21. And then the slope, the change, or the rate, is 3. So I'm going to add 3 every time. Add 3. Okay, and now the starting point for Emma's plant is 25. And her plant grows 2 centimeters centimeters every month, so we're going to add 2. Let's write that in here. Plus 3, and here, plus 2, like we used to do when we did these tables. Okay, plus 2, and there we go. So now I need to figure out, look at these tables, where are they the same? Okay, well, right here at 4 and 33, they will have the same height. Okay. So before I write my answer, I want to confirm that by doing it 3 different ways. Okay. So after the second method, if I get the same answer, I'm going to go ahead and write my answer, and then I'm going to finish with the graphing. Okay. So now remember this: when we solve with algebra, we take the first equation, bring it down here, and we take the second equation and bring it down. We did this on the first page, and we set it equal to each other. 3x plus 21 equals 2x plus 25. Okay. And again, I go to this side, I take away the number. I'm going to take away the number on this side. So we have 3x equals 2x. 25 minus 21 is 4. And now I go to the right side. And again, I'm going to separate everything to keep myself organized. Now on this side, I want to take away the x term. So positive 2x, I subtract it from both sides. And then 3 minus 2 is just 1x. And then I just have 4. And again, once you have 1 next to x, well, that's your answer. X equals 4. But then again, we don't want to just find x when we solve an equation. We want to find the y. So we find the y by taking one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one. I'll take the first. And then plugging in the x. So we plug in the x there. So now it's 3 times 4. Let me zoom in a little bit. Plus 21. 3 times 4 is 12. And then plus 21 should be 33, because that's what we got in the first example when we did the table. Okay. So it's confirmed. I'm probably correct, because it got the same answer twice. Okay, so what does that mean, though? What does the 4 and 33 represent? Well, at 4, let's see, it's going by months. So at 4 months, the cactus will be 33 centimeters. Okay? But then, of course, we need to finish by graphing. Okay? Another way I can write my answer is 4 and 33. Okay, and that's what we're going to find on the graph. Okay, so we know that x, again, the x-axis is months. We figured that out when we did the table. And then the y is the centimeters, the height. Okay, we're going by ones here. We saw that in the table. Now for the height, we have to start at 21 and 25. Now I'll tell you right now, 21 and 25 is not on this, is not here. So we got to figure out what's the best scale to use. All right, well, if I go by 2s, I know that the last time I use this graph, I only got to 22, and that's still not high enough. Okay, and I always like to go by even numbers, because if you go by odd numbers, they're harder to graph. So how about let's try 4. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. So let's try 4s. Okay. And if it doesn't work, then we'll try something else. 12, 16, 20, 24, let's see, 28, 32, 36. Remember, we have to get up to 33 because that's our highest point. Okay. And then, oops, sorry, 40, 44. Okay. All right. So I'm going to write these equations down here just to show you what we're doing. Bring down those same equations. This is Emma's equation. Okay, so equation 1 for Madison. Remember, we start at 21. 21's about here. Okay. And then we go up 3, so 21 plus 3 is 24. And then we go right 1. Because remember, the slope is 3 over 1, so we go over 1. And the same thing with this slope is 2 over 1. So we go up 3 from 24, so 24 plus 3 is 27, so that's about here. And we go over 1. Then 27 plus 3 is 30, and that's right here in the middle of 28 and over 1. 28 and 32. And then from 30, we have to add 3 again. So 30 plus 3 is 33. And 33 is not in the middle, it's right before the middle. Oops, sorry. Oops, I'm sorry, I forgot to go over 1. So I got to go up and then over 1. And then I keep going. So from 33 plus 3, well, that's 36. So then I put up 3 to 36 and over 1. 36 to 39. 39 to 42. And then from 42 to 45, which is about right there. Okay, and then I make my line. Okay, and now I'm going to start with the other equation, which starts at 25. So 25 is about right here. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit, make it a little easier. Okay, so there's 25, and then we go up by 2's this time. So 25 plus 2 is 27. So go up 2, 27 there, and I write 1. Then 27 to 29. I'm just adding 2 every time. Then 29 to 31, which is right there. Oops. Okay, it's right above that point. Then 31 over to 33, and there's our point where we expected them to match. Okay, then 33 up to 35, which is right before 36. 35, we go up 2 again to 37, which is right past 36. Okay, then 37, and then we go up to 39. Okay, then 39 up to 41. Okay, so be careful when you make your line because they're so close here. Make sure that your lines cross at the right point, and they should cross at 4 and 33, which was our answer before. Okay, and then don't forget to label your graphs as well. Okay, the girl that started at 21 and went up 3, well, that's Madison, so that's this line. And the one who started at 25 and went up by 2, that was Emma. Okay, all right, that's it. If you have any more questions, you can hit me up on Remind. Other than that, good luck.